I want to talk about something super tough, and I do not say this lightly either. Sometimes the aftermath of abuse is almost worse. It's like its own second trauma. Survivors are aware of the enormous barriers to leaving. We're also prepared for the abuser to punish us for leaving because they've lost control of you. But there's another insidious layer of the aftermath that we don't see coming. The response from everyone else. The people that we believed we could go to for support end up punishing us, even if not intentionally, for not recovering conveniently enough or quickly enough for them. Because people love the exit story. The idea that the survivor got away, finally left, chose him or herself. But once the aftermath starts asking those witnesses to be accountable for the reality of what happened to the victim, often silently and for a very long time, people often disappear. They get impatient, tell you that you're not trying hard enough, you're being negative, you're stuck in the past. And people don't realize we didn't just escape. We lost so much. Our home, our pets, finances, belongings, routines, community, shared friends and relationships, our sense of identity, the ability to work, sleeping, eating, our trust in people, and our day-to-day function. And on top of all that loss, we realize that people may have only been able to support the idea of us leaving, but not knowing how to support the reality of surviving. Because the cost of our survival, it is not cute. It looks like PTSD, panic attacks, nightmares, unstable housing, finances, jobs, rage, grief, collapse, isolation, repeating the story or forgetting what we've told you, the inability to do what seems like a simple task to other people, needing help or recovery for longer than people expected, not being over it fast enough. This is where we get injured all over again. We hear things like this, well, you're out now. It's been like 2 years. Why are you still talking about it? Are you really sure that it was actually like abuse though? My personal favorite, well, I never saw him or her behave like that before. You just need to move on. You're just being negative. You're not trying hard enough. This is especially brutal if you also came from an upbringing where you were scapegoated, not believed, trained to have to prove your pain, trained to manage everyone else's discomfort first. Because now you're not just recovering from the abuse or the post-separation abuse that they put us through for years or decades. Or the fact that the abuser's life just carries on like nothing happened. There's often not consequences for them. Now you're recovering from everyone else's inability to sit with what happened to you. From having to make your trauma emotionally digestible for them, having to soothe or convince people into believing you, watching people become uncomfortable with the cost of what happens to you. A lot of us, we don't expect that part. Like I said at the beginning, we expect the abuser to punish us. We expect to realize we survived it, but we don't expect friends, families, the medical system, communities to punish us for not healing beautifully enough. That is the second trauma. So if you're a survivor that feel like things had never been worse after you left, it's because you're not just grieving the relationship or detoxing from the trauma bond or rebuilding your entire life from scratch. You're also realizing that the people around you could support the fantasy of rescue, but not the reality of the aftermath. So if you know someone that's in an abusive relationship and they leave, don't assume that the hard part is over. Leaving might be the first moment our body can finally start telling us the truth. And if someone trusts you enough to come to you and tell you that they're being abused and what happened to them, please don't ask them to prove it perfectly or recover beautifully. Don't mistake the collapse that's bound to happen as failure. The collapse is what happens when our body realizes, yeah, I survived this, but I'm still not okay yet. They're not asking you to fix their whole life, but they are asking you to not become another place that they have to prove the wound.